The Apostle John was sent to island which is called Patmos. Even though that was not a great thing to be carried away to a certain place, perhaps you never visited, you never heard before. But while he was staying there, he had a pretty quiet time and he could focus on visions the Lord showed and the conversations he had with the angels. And he was asked by the Lord to write them down. So we have all those writings into a book which is called Book of Revelation. And this morning in this reading, he was asked to what he saw, what he heard, and put those things into a letter. And he sent letters to 7 churches in Asia Minor. Asia Minor was between, as you see, Europe and Asia. And you can see Aegean Sea as a branch of Mediterranean Sea. So there were 7 churches were located. So if you look at this name, Turkey, so nowadays it's maybe western part of Turkey might be Asia Minor. And there were 7 churches here. And the Apostle John was commanded by the Lord to write a letter to each church. And there are 7 churches. He sent a letter from, in a way, clockwise. So he sent the first letter to the first church, which is Ephesus. And then he sent a letter Smyrna and the Pergamos. And you can see Thyatira and Sardis and Philadelphia. And the last one was Laodicea. The best church among these 7 was the church in Philadelphia. And the worst one was Laodicea. This morning we will read a letter which was sent to the church in Philadelphia, the best church. And to the angel of the church in Philadelphia write, these things it says, he who is holy, he who is true, and he who has the key of David, he who opens and no one shuts, and shuts and no one opens. I know your works. See, I have set before you an open door, and no one can shut it. For you have a little strength, have kept my word, and have not denied my name. Indeed, I will make those of the synagogue of Satan, who say they are Jews and are not, but lie. Indeed, I will make them come and worship before your feet, and to know that I have loved you. Because you have kept my command to persevere, I also will keep you from the hour of trial, which shall come upon the whole world, to test those who dwell on the earth. Behold, I am coming quickly. Hold fast what you have, that no one may take your crown. He who overcomes, I will make him a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go out no more. I will write on him the name of my God and the name of the city of my God, the New Jerusalem, which comes down out of heaven from my God, and I will write on him my new name. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. There are 7 churches, but each church has a different weakness and different strength. But this morning we read about the best church, church in Philadelphia, because that church was very special before the Lord. They were very humble and they followed the teachings of the Word. But perhaps you noticed that the beginning and the greeting of the letter was very interesting. The Lord said, the angels of a certain place, the church. So the Lord called them angels. Isn't that very nice? And we know that the Lord's kingdom's in two different places, one in the spiritual world, the other world, and the other on the earth. And the Lord's kingdom in the other world, in the spiritual world, is called heaven. And another kingdom on the earth is called church. And because the church on earth is the kingdom of heaven, kingdom of the Lord, and the heaven of the Lord, so those who are in the churches are angels of the Lord. Maybe not yet, hopefully eventually. So when the Lord said, angels of the Lord, angels of the Lord's kingdom, the Lord just didn't say that because the Lord provided the capability and capacity to become angels of the Lord. And we are all born with that special capacity because we have a will and understanding. We can understand the teachings of the Lord. And when we have a willingness to abide by them, and actually when we do them, we're supposed to become angels of the Lord. And even though we are all born with the capacity and the special capability, but that doesn't guarantee we all become angels. The Lord works very hard to make us angels, but there are certain portions, there are certain works and efforts we need to do and we need to make. Think of this. Can you imagine and picture a very unkind, mean angel? Or can I think of a very unkind and mean angel? Can you think of any very grumpy angels in heaven? Or can I think of them? So the angels of the Lord are supposed to be beautiful and wonderful. Mr. Swedenborg met many angels while he was taken to that experience. And they were beautiful, they were handsome, they were very wise, they were just amazing. And the Lord promised that He will make us like them, but we need to work on certain things to be like them. We need to be a little bit kinder. We need to be a little bit considerate. We need to love our friends and even siblings and people around us. That can be a challenge sometimes. So when we put those efforts into work, the Lord will guide us and help us. And as He promised, He will make us angels of heaven. But to become angels of heaven, we need to become angels in the church and on earth first. Then when we pass away into His kingdom, we will become beautiful angels of the Lord. Amen.